Hey, thanks for clicking on the video. I appreciate it very, very much. How's it going, guys? So this is gonna be for like a lot of people that's been like struggling to win this season in Fortnite. You know, like I'm mainly like a squads player or like a trios kind of player, but I mainly play zero builds. And we make strategies with my community like every beginning of the first 2 weeks we make up our own strategy and we just play off of that. And since like the map hasn't really changed that much, like it's kind of like not that difficult to win, honestly. It really isn't. But guys, leave a like on the video, and I hope you guys actually learn something from this video and apply it to your gameplay, and hope it helps you actually win more games. So let's get this started. Mainly this is going to be about me, playing zero builds and squads and trios. You can use this in builds kind of, but not really, you know what I'm saying? Like this is mainly for zero builds, you know what I'm saying? Everybody's got their own different strategies of how they like to play and stuff like that. Oh, I wanted to show my stats too first, to show everybody that, like, guys, I'm mainly like a squads kind of player, like 3.7k wins in squads, 384 in trios, 328 in duos, and 43 in solos. And I've played like 17,000 matches. Here's my stats from like this season: 62 wins, 167 matches played, 37.1 win percentage, almost 1,000 kills. Not bad KD. It could be higher, but I mean it's not bad. Get back to the thing. So, oh my god, this shit pissed me off, dude. Basically, dude, let me explain this. Land and loot quickly, and proper. You pretty much want to have like striker burst AR or like a hollow. Get very, very good with the hollow, and practice really hitting your shots from at a distance, like long range, mid range, or even up close if you got a hip fire that thing up close. Then you want to carry like a pierced veil or that laser, that plasma burst laser. That's nice. That hits hard too. Bat is really good for mobility. You can carry Sub-Zero's mythic, but Bat is pretty freaking good for mobility. Then you want bubble shields or bunkers. You definitely should get better with both of them. So if you need to throw them in a fight, you can throw them in a fight. Then carry like either shockwaves. You can carry a mammoth. You can carry a sniper for your last slot. You can carry chug jug. You know what I'm saying? Like that kind of stuff. But you really do not. I mean, you can carry shotguns. You know what I'm saying? Like if it's mythic, But like, I wouldn't trust my aim with a shotgun. I would trust my aim more using the submachine guns and the ARs this season, or even the mammoth versus using a shotgun. Shotgun is still good, but it's not going to be as consistent as you think it is. When you start losing gunfights against like people with the bats or like people with subs, you're gonna get mad at like your shotgun damage output, unless you're like right next to them. But if you're like kind of like mid-range, your shotgun might not hit that hard. And this is what I want to talk about as far as like looting, you know what I'm saying? Feel free to you don't have to land this new area of the map, you know what I'm saying? Like as much as you want to, you know what I'm saying? Lots of people want to go to get the new medallion and new mammoth pistol whenever it's at crime city or like lone wolf. Like you don't need to go for that. Like I would suggest like you landing like flooded magic, pump power, seaport, like mass meadows, some stuff like that, and then get guns and then go back to like over here, that I think that like be more like helpful like than just landing and dying right off the bat. Because if you're gonna land like one of these places, like new places, like you're probably going to be like contested. So like unless you're gonna like land and like help your teammates out like right away, you do not want to just go there and expect everything to be fine. Sometimes you might not get contested, but most of the time you're gonna get contested, especially landing lone wolf and crime city, because sometimes this train likes to go, you know what I'm saying? And whenever the train goes, then people will go take cars after they get guns right away. They don't even do the vault anymore, guys. They like literally, if they see like the wolf guys on the freaking train, they'll get guns, they'll get cars, they'll just go after the train right away. Even from lone wolf, they'll just go after the train right away. And then after they get the mammoth and that medallion, that's when they'll go back to the vault and then try to do the vault and get the dill bit. As far as like dill bits, like spending dill bits, like my favorite spot to spend dill bits is like probably right here, you know, because it's got the mythic sniper, and I'm pretty sure it's got like a hollow there for like 600. It's either here or it's at magic, or the striker might be here. This might be the striker, and this might be the purple hollow, and it's 600 it's 600 gold. So save up your gold, so like if you ever need any heals, you can buy heals, or like you can use the rift at like any of the black markets, you know. But getting a good landing spot is like really important. Like getting a good landing spot, and then like, you know, learning also where these satellites is gonna be at is like really important too. That's why another thing I wanted to go over is like, actually, like after you get the guns, like if you decide to do the vault, you can. If you don't want to, then I suggest figuring out where this antenna is. Once you see this antenna, then the satellite's gonna spawn there. You can just check the screen inside this little shed thing, and it'll say a number on there. And if that gets to 100, then you know that's where the guys are gonna spawn. That's when they're gonna spawn, and you can take them out, turn in the key card right away. People might contest you for this and try to annoy you, but you guys have to like take them out, or like you have to take out the guards fast and then turn it in fast, like, right away. Learn where they are on the map, like I was talking about. Like there's only like 5 locations, like so like if they're not by magic, then it's probably gonna be like down here. If it's not over here, then it could be like up here, like over here, you know, like vice versa. But you want to look for the antenna thing. But there's only 5 locations where they can spawn at. You know what I'm saying? This is very important. You know, getting that extra zone pull like ahead of time, like can decide whether you guys want to stay on a hill versus staying on a floating island, or like having a high ground at end game is just so helpful, especially if you got that next circle like on locks. So like that way you can set up double bunkers in that next zone if you guys really need to. You know what I'm saying? And play off of that. After you get the satellite, I suggest driving to other POIs or hitting gas stations and getting these ammo bags, like, or these ammo boxes. Like learn where they're at, and you should be like learning to get them like right off the spawn. You know what I'm saying? These are very important. I don't think a lot of people realize like how important looting is, and like knowing where these ammo boxes and bags are, because like, dude, it can save you. Like if you coming back from like getting rezzed and you don't have anything, you better know where some of these are at, because if not, dude, you're gonna be screwed. You know what I'm saying? I'm just being dead honest, you know. While you're you know, trying to wait around for like the island, because you guys are driving around trying to like loot up and like decide like if you want to go push teams or not. You know what I'm saying? You decide if you want to play passive or aggressive, or you can do a little bit of both and turn it on and off. You know what I'm saying? Like you can third party some teams, but then some teams you might not want to third party, and you might want to back off of and just actually play for the island and play more positioning and for top 10. You know what I'm saying? But you guys decide your pace as a team and what you guys want to do. You know, you don't have to fight everything. You don't have to drop the most kills. Honestly, the most important thing is getting to the end game and actually having good teamwork with your team and playing for the win. It doesn't even matter about kills. You're going to have certain roles on the team where there's going to be one person that's IGL. There's going to be one person that's like main fragging out, and he's got the most kills. And then you're going to have like 2 support players. It's okay to be a support player, because then if you're getting all your assists and good damage on players, you're actually helping your team out. You know what I'm saying? I can't stress that out enough. Everybody wants to main frag out, but they can't. You know what I'm saying? And it's just part of it. You know what I'm saying? Win smart gunfights very quickly. So what I mean by this is like, don't don't over push everything, you know what I'm saying? Like, unless you're doing like a bunch of damage to them and you know they're like very, very weak, but use your distance to put damage on enemies and teams. Like, after there's like 3 weak or maybe 1 knock or 2 knock, then you guys can push, you know what I'm saying? But I recommend like getting a knock or like 2 like very, very weak or 3 very, very weak and then going in and team shot together with a team. Don't just try to play like and fight a different team that's not even in your fight. Focus on like, you know, 1 or 2 directions at a time, but scan around you so nobody like flanks. And if they do flank, then try to call it out right away and get a teammate to look with you in that direction, or like just shoot with a teammate. If you're seeing like they're getting shot and lit up, like follow the bullet trail. It's not that hard. Light up the people that's lighting up your teammates, dude. It's, you know, the faster you kill a person, the more you can go look and switch targets and lock onto their teammate and help your team out. You know what I'm saying? When I try to fight in gunfights, I want to take my guy out as fast as I can, then help the next guy that's on my teammate, then help the next guy until I see that squad wipe, and we call out like team wipe. You know what I'm saying? Watching for enemy flanks can help you guys not get backdoored, and you don't want to be backdoored by like 1 guy. You know what I'm saying? Because all it takes is like 1 or 2 people with a good flank, and they can wreck you and your team, or sneak up on you guys in a bunker or whatever, or like shockwave above your head, or like drive a car up on you, get out and start wrecking you guys. Like, you guys really, really want to be alert and play as a team. You know, play as a team and win as a team, you know. Now, playing defensive with your team, this is another thing that I think a lot of people do not realize and actually like understand. If you're getting hit and your health is getting melted, don't stand still. Like, take cover and like actually try to hide behind something and break the line of sight. Like, you know, play your angles like accordingly, and like don't stand in one spot too long. If they know you're there, they're gonna keep peeking. They're gonna play their angle and they're gonna try to melt you. When know when to throw a bunker or a bubble shield during a fight. Don't waste them too early. It's better to use an item than not use it. So it's like you have to decide for your own best choice and judgment when to throw the item. You know what I'm saying? Me and my friend STL Humanity, a lot of you guys know him. We say run with a defensive item in your hand, like, you know, bushes, bunkers, bubble shields. So when you're getting shot, you could throw it, rather than switching to it late and throwing it like 2 seconds late. It can cost you your life in that fight. Unless you're playing mouse and keyboard, you might not be able to switch to it as fast. So it's better to have bunkers in your hand sometimes and throw them down, or bubbles right away. You know what I'm saying? And then another thing is, while you're sitting and fighting in bunkers or like using trees, like use your head glitch, like, and actually like third person right hand peek, not left hand peek, right hand peek, so that way you get that advantage. You want the right hand peek because the left hand peek can like screw you over and you're like peeking out more, so you're gonna get hit. But if they're on the right side of your screen and you're hiding on the left, you're gonna see them more, and they're gonna have a hard time hitting you, and you're gonna have advantage in the gunfight. After you get a bunch of like kills, when the floating island is spawned up, you guys decide like whether to push forward the floating island or not. If you're gonna, make sure you guys team up on this boss, and you know, so one person should call out when the shootout is hands, but mainly you want to hit like all headshots, and put like the best player on your team who has the best AR. Give them the mythic hollow. Then have them shoot a bunch of people and give them like a lot of AR ammo. You want to give them a lot of AR ammo, and they should be calling out like the most. Like, you might want to even give this to the main fragger or IGL, but you want to give this to somebody that's going to be shooting a lot of people and putting pressure on them and getting knocks, because it's going to help your team out a lot. When you're near the top 10 after you get the floating island, if you decide to, don't worry about getting the medallion on it. Just get the medallion if you can from that, you know, the wolf boss, because that medallion is actually pretty good. But, you know, play for high ground in top 10. Set up great portal bunkers on high ground or cliffs. Block them off, like block off your angles. So like you can have them side by side, or you can have one like here, like in front, and like one to the like off to the right, like next to it, or to the left, you know. So like that way you guys got something to sit on. And don't block the lanes inside the bunkers. You know, like if you see your teammates in front, do not like stand directly behind him so he can peek back down it. You know what I'm saying? Using the bubble shields at the end game, like top 3 situation, top 5 or top 10, can be game changing for you and your team. Especially you guys play the bubble good and peek in, like peek out, get a knock, and then peek and then go back in the bubble and hide. You know what I'm saying? Kind of like do that a little bit until like, you know, you guys get an advantage in the fight. Know when to push and know when to peek in top 10 situations. Sometimes people like they get too overconfident in fights and they just rush in there. They don't even think about it. You know what I'm saying? They just go in. You can't just go in sometimes. It's best to see the situation for what it is and play your angles, and then, you know, when you feel like the time is right, then go in and try to make a play. Head glitching is super important near the end game because people are going to do it to you, so you have to do it back. Do not be overextending on the peeking with the like you being on a hill or like a bunker, because you're going to get like double team shotted or like even triple teamed, and you're going to get wrecked, like melted very, very fast. Another important thing in top 10 is hitting your shots and actually playing your angles correctly. Like if you're playing your angles correctly, then you should be doing damage on them, and they're gonna hit you a little bit, but you want to be doing more damage to them and pressuring them more than you're getting hit. You know what I'm saying? You're the one that's going to be one to do the shooting instead of getting shot at. If you follow this video correctly, and do all this stuff and really practice with your guns and your AR aim and know when to push, and, you know, take this head glitching like into account at like the end game, you're probably gonna end up winning a lot more games. I'll be uploading some videos on the channel of like, you know, some crazy games. Sorry, I haven't been uploading no full games lately. I just been having a lot of fun streaming, and we've been on a crazy crown grind right now. I think we got like 35 crowns or something like that, and we're going for like a lot more. It's either 25 or 35, something like that. But guys, thanks for watching the stream. Let me know your comments down below, or let me know some of your strategies or advice, like what you like to do this season. Everybody has their own game plan. You know, people like to win in certain different ways. I'm just good at like getting to like top 5 and top 3 a lot, and then if everything goes good with our teamwork, then most likely we're gonna win. But yes, if you guys want to play on stream, remember, you know, you guys can wait in the chat and play. You like wait till we get open spot and like actually have watch time in there, or you can get like the tier 3 membership and, you know, pay for that, and you'll get invited a lot more to play, and it'll help you get a bunch of wins in that, and that'll help support the channel out, and I can put some more money in towards giveaways and doing cool other stuff. But guys, I'll catch you guys later. Peace. I hope this video actually helps you guys out and you guys win a bunch of games this season. I will be making another video going over 0 builds reload wins and how to get Unreal on that.